Good afternoon, good evening. I have a solution to the problems of police officers, mostly white officers, who are killing mostly black men. There's an easy solution. Let me turn my TV down. And anyone who gets this message can send it out to their local mayors, governors, senators, commissioners, or police leaders. It's an easy solution because, as the Bible says, there's nothing new under the sun. This has been created in an Alfred Hitchcock episode where Walter Matthau was a very, very corrupt police officer who pulled over, unbeknownst to him, two undercover state workers who were out there for the sole purpose of looking for corrupt cops. He pulled them over, Walter Matthau did. He forced them off the road, harassed them. He hit the gentleman, forced them to go into town. When he ran them off the road, he forced the gentleman to have his car towed. Everything was predetermined. They were set before a judge, and the judge made them pay. The mechanic that towed the car, they made them pay exorbitant amounts. And of course, they had it all on tape at the end. And the police department has been using this process for decades, centuries maybe, where they call it sting operations. You know, it's always Operation Greylord, Operation Catch Somebody. So we can use their tactic to catch them. What we do is we have to have volunteer people to do the work. No extra budget is needed to root out racism. All you need is willing participant. It has to be mostly African American police officers who are male and female, predominantly. Occasionally you can use a white female officer, but she has to be with a black officer, because we have to let the image of these officers prevail to get the ended results. What I mean is, when you have a officer who is undercover, whether it be FBI, U.S. Department of Justice, CIA, or any state police officer or county or city, they're on board to drive purposefully in a community where they know is racist, and you would have two young black officers dressed up purposely like they're playing hip-hop music, you know, and you could possibly have them with cigars, and they're driving, having a good time in the car. No drinks, of course, and of course no drugs. Drive those two young men through the community of a known racist community, and they will eventually get stopped and pulled over. And what, you know, of course, you have the recording of the incident from the undercover police officer's perspective. Even if the officer who pulls them over does not have camera availabilities, then it could be recorded from the vehicle, an unmarked vehicle, of course. And it has to be as realistic of a scene of two young black men, or a black man and a black woman, or a black man and a white woman going through that racist community. If the end result is to root out racism, that message alone going into each community, once the results of the stop of the two individuals undercover are recorded, once that stop is recorded, that will let the sting operation know exactly if these people's rights were violated, their civil rights were violated, and if the police officer did everything according to protocol, or did they skip some steps or were violent. And the end results is, once those results are published and given to these commanders, and that they're letting them know going forward that we will continue these type of sting operations to root them out. Word will get out throughout all of the police departments throughout the nation, throughout the country. They will be warned, wait a minute, if we pull them over, we don't know who they are. That being the case, that's how you stop the racism. And of course, the ones who don't care and they choose still to say, I don't care, those are the ones you need to get out of the force. It's an easy solution. Police have been setting up sting operations for decades. It's time to use their own trap on the rat. Maybe they can call it Operation Trap the Rat. Only the racist rats we're looking for. All the other upstanding police officers throughout our great nation have a very unthankful and very, very difficult job. They probably do not get enough training for interpersonal interactions. That being the case, that being said, in the meantime, let's just root out the ones who are secret Klan, Nazi, or any other type of racist, hateful beings that they are. So that's my take on how to root out racism out of the police department, as well as switching up individuals from administrative duties. And while you're doing the switch for the administrative duties, you also plant the other sting operations for the higher ups, whether that be lieutenants, captains, etc. So that's my take on how to do it. Same way the police do it. If you have any comments, leave them below. I thank you very much. If you're able to put that out there, if you believe that this would be some way to help, and again, it doesn't cost any money to each individual city. It has to be a volunteer basis by the police who are on the payroll currently, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them would love to step up, and a lot of them probably know who their fellow racist officers are. And so there are a lot of things here that could be helpful going forward. But the main thing is that the seed will be planted, and going forward, the word will get out. So that way, when an innocent young man and his girlfriend or his friends are driving through a community or down the highway, they will not be harassed, thrown out of the car, beat down, arrested, beat up, or killed. So again, that's my take on it. God bless you. I hope this can help someone. Thank you very much.